Your reservation is confirmed as we take a look at the FunWhole Twilight Motel today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me today as we take a look at the FunWhole Twilight Motel. So remember these FunWhole sets, they include light kits and you install the lights as you build. So this is the Twilight Motel. Just full disclaimer, it has nothing to do with the Twilight books or movie franchise at all. There's no intellectual property here. It's just called the Twilight Motel. So let's get into this build and we will talk about it after. Here we have the FunWhole Twilight Motel, set 9054 with 1,970 pieces. So this is from their road trip theme. Looks pretty cool. This sign looks really interesting. So let's get into this. Alright, so it looks like we have two manuals. Set those aside. And then, of course, we have our numbered bags, and then we have our light kit. Let's see. Remember in the balcony theater, we got four bags of lights. Let's see how many we have in here. Looks like we have 3, with these pieces looking very interesting. And then, of course, yep, we also have our battery box, tweezers, and a screwdriver, so pretty standard. But yeah, these are fat bags. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what all is in there. So let me go ahead and get all of this organized, and we will be right back. Okay, there were a total of 11 numbered bags. And again, as per usual, there are multiple bags per number. And then we also got 2 bags labeled F. One of them contains the parts for all the figures. The other one contains the specialized light pieces for hiding the cables. And then we got this other bag marked L with these 2 little pieces here, which I thought was interesting. And then, of course, we got a supplemental bag that has a bunch of base plates and some tubing, it looks like, and some cloth elements. Set those over there, and then again we got 2 manuals. The first one a little thinner than the second one. So let's see what we got inside here. Alright. So here we have sort of this is new, I haven't seen this before. They've included a little sheet with the inventory of what is in this supplemental bag. So that's kind of cool. So we have 4 dark plates, 2 light plates, and then we have the tubing. We got some clear elements and these fabric elements. Oh, and then it looks like our little supplemental pieces here are going to be for the headlights for the cars. So we can change the color of the car lights according to your thoughts. So it looks like the clear pieces come in the regular bag, and then you can swap them out for yellow if you would like. That's cool. Haven't seen this before. And then we have our standard service card, which includes some QR codes that you can scan to join their Facebook group or to order missing pieces. And then here we have the info about FunWhole itself, and then we have some storytelling with the set here. Check in for an adventure, the hidden gems of the Twilight Motel. So this kind of goes over the motel here. We've got it goes over the characters also. Richard, Jason Bolt. We have a motorcycle, bar, pool table, jukebox. And then again, our standard information about the wiring and the batteries and all that kind of stuff, the safety precautions. And again, so some more safety information about batteries. You will need for the car that we saw on this sheet, this car does have working lights, and it includes a small little battery pack, and you will need the little coin batteries, and I believe it is the CR2032. Yeah, CR2032. So you will need a couple of those, I believe. And it looks like the battery box, from the size of it, it looks like it might be the AAA size again. We can check that really quick. So nope, this is the AA. So we need 3 AA batteries, and then again you'll need the 2 coin CR2032 batteries for the car. All right, and then we get right into the build. It looks like the manual will cover the first manual will cover bags 1 through 5, and that will get us the first floor. And then I'm assuming here that the second manual will get us bags 6 through 11, and we'll have the second floor and the roof. So let's get into bag number 1. Okay, that is it for bag number 1. So we definitely got to start on the base. This little green patch here is kind of cool. So let's move on to bag number 2. Alright, that is the end of bag number 2. So we got a couple cool little mini builds. This little pool table here and this jukebox is very cool. And then we have like a bar set up here. I will say the stools look pretty cool, but the only issue is you will not be able to put one of the figures on them. It's all rounded. There's no clutch to put one of the figures on, which I guess the legs of these figures don't have holes to attach them in a sitting position anyway, so I guess it's all for looks. So let's get on to bag number 3. that is the end of bag number 3. So we've got a good bit of the walls up. We've got this tubing installed here. Once again, just like with the post office, we have a ton of printed pieces, and that is very nice to see. Basically this whole wall of printed pieces. We've got some more over here. And then, of course, our little jukebox mini build was all printed pieces. Okay, so let's move on to bag number 4. Okay, that's all there is for bag number 4. So we completed the bar section, and then we got it wired up with one of our plates to connect power to the second floor. And then we trailed that wire all the way along here using those specialized bricks, and it is coming out the back here. So I just want to try this out and see what it looks like. So let's see if we can do that really quick. All right, so that's a little hard to see. I'm going to turn out the lights here really quick. So there we go on that back bar there. That is very cool looking. All right, let's turn the lights back on. Yeah, really liking that. All right, so next we are on to bag number 5. So let me get these disconnected, and remember, when you are disconnecting, be sure to always pull on the white connector, never pull on the wire. Okay, so that is it for bag number 5, and that is it for manual number 1. So for bag 5, we mostly concentrated here on the stairs. We also got this little patio attached here. I do appreciate that even though the chairs look like they have little legs, there's some clear studs underneath that hold them on here, so they will not slide around. So I do appreciate that. Okay, so we are on to bag number 6 and the start of manual number 2. And I believe for the start of bag number 6, we are going to be working on the second floor. So I'm going to set this aside and we'll get into bag 6. so that ends bag number 6. So we've got a good start on the second floor. I do like how they made each room a little bit different. Here we have like a twin bed with a chair and this TV where they're kind of watching the news, it looks like. And then this bedroom where we have a double bed, and we've got 2 nightstands with a phone. And then their TV does not appear to be working, so they're going to need to call down to the office. But that's it for bag 6. Let's start on bag number 7. All right, that is it for bag number 8. No, sorry, bag number 7. So again, we've got like a ton of print pieces all over this thing. It looks like we pretty much have both of the rooms finished. At least the interiors, we still have some more work over here. But it's coming along. And again, I do like how the rooms are different. One's a little bit bigger. The artwork's different. Very cool. I also like these windows. They're very old school, like those old Louvre windows. But anyway, on to bag number 8. Okay, that is the end of bag number 8. And here we are. We have the second floor attached. We have the rooms finished. Everything's looking good. We have lights in the rooms. We have this. I'm very curious to see how this clear tubing works out. We've got a light at both ends that's supposed to illuminate this clear tube. So I'm very curious to see how this works. This is kind of, if you've been watching the DeLorean series on Tuesdays, we had a similar situation, so I'm interested to see how this stacks up. Anyway, on to bag number 9. Okay, as we start in on bag number 9, we're not going to need the main structure at the beginning, so I'm going to put this off to the side. Okay, that's the end of bag number 9. So we have the roof on. So that's looking pretty good. We have one motel sign. We're going to be building another one. So let's get into bag number 10. Okay, that is the end of bag number 10. And as you can see, we have this awesome sign here. So let's see if we were able to complete our task successfully. So that is looking pretty cool. Let me just kill the lights in the studio here really quick. So yeah, very cool, very cool. All right, so we have one more thing to build. Let me turn the lights back on. that is it. So this is a cool little car build. And we do have working lights. Very cool. And remember, this takes 2 of the CR232 batteries. So very cool. And again, you can, if you want, you can put the yellow covers on there. I'm fine with the way it is right now. All right, so there's the finished model. And of course, we will turn the camera around and have a closer look. Here's the completed Twilight Motel. So overall, I really like this set. I do have one issue, which I will share with you, and that comes when we attempt to remove the floors. And you'll see what I mean when we do that. But first, let's take a look at it like this. So this is the front of the motel. Like I said, I think this is a really great looking set. So we have sort of the main floor here. And then we have sort of the entrance. And then a little driveway. We get a motorcycle. We get a car, which we'll come back to. This very cool sign. Another sign on the roof. And then on the side over here, we get sort of an HVAC unit. Now, the back, not so much to look at. Pretty plain Jane. One thing I will mention also is this one does not include any of the opening panels like we normally get. This one is completely modular. It's solid. The only way to look inside is to take the floors off. There's no panels to open to get a better look inside. Here we are here. And then let me turn off the lights in the studio so you can see the lights on the model because it's very impressive. All right, so that is the lights from the model. Like I said, very, very impressive. I think the lighting on this set looks awesome. Now, as far as functionality, we will get into that in a minute. One thing I did want to share with you on the car, this is a completely separate build, and there is a switch on the bottom, and the car has headlights and taillights. So that is very cool. Turn that off for now. So let me turn on the lights again. Here's where I run into a problem. So again, like I said, the only way to look inside is to remove the floors because there's no panels on the side that open up. So if we remove the roof, no problem. So it has one of these little jumpers that once you remove the roof, this light goes out and you're able to look inside. So I will show you both with the lights on and then with the lights from the set. So this is the interior. I like that the rooms are a little bit different. Like I said in the build, they look very nice. Here it is with the studio lights off and it is illuminated. Okay, so here is, we're going to run into my problem. So when I try to remove this second floor, it has another one of these jumper pieces, but the clutch on it is so strong, I can never get it to separate cleanly. So even if I am super gentle and try to remove this, yep, and it did not work. Okay, so the piece that is supposed to work on the second floor, there's no clutch here. Like there's no way to remove the floor without this staying attached here. So you have to basically remove it and then separate the pieces and put it back on. It's a real bummer because other than that, it's a great set. But every single time, no matter how many times I've tried to make sure that was in there and seated, it just will not separate when you lift the floor off. But here is the main floor. I'll show it to you with the studio lights on. And then, of course, we'll take a look with the studio lights off. All right, perfect. So I'm going to put the second floor back on because with the roof on, you can't see one of the coolest features. All right, so now we got that in. again. Okay, so let me turn off the studio lights again. All right, so you probably already saw it, but I just wanted to highlight it. So yeah, this tubing along the second floor up under the roof when the roof is on, I think that worked out very well. There's only a light at this end and a light at the other end, and that illuminates the entire tube. So I think that was very successful. And then, of course, we have to talk about this amazing sign. So these pieces are similar to the sign for the balcony theater, how the lights are sort of integrated into the edge and it just illuminates the whole thing. And then there is a round LED panel behind this tire. So the sign is just amazing. I think that works very well. So let me turn the lights back on. That is the Twilight Motel. Like I said, excellent build, excellent display. The only issue is this jumper here. There's just not enough clutch power to keep this jumper attached when you try to separate the floors. So that is a bit of a negative for me. But other than that, I think it is a very good build. If you just look at it from a display point of view, I think it looks amazing. But unfortunately, because they did not give us any sort of panels to open up, you have to take the floors off to see inside. And for whatever reason, the grip on the roof jumper is great. But the one on here, it just does not stick and hold in there well at all. So it's a bit of a disappointment. That is the Twilight Motel. So what did you think of the Twilight Motel? Overall, I will say that I did enjoy the build. I like it in its full put together form as a display piece. I think it looks really nice. But in case you missed some of those other FunWhole videos, I will link to the playlist down below and also at the end of this video. And then also keep in mind, I'm going to, I think maybe next week, maybe the week after, I'm not sure when I have it scheduled, but I do a little bit deeper dive into FunWhole itself as sort of a competitor of Lego and sort of what they have available and that kind of thing. So it's a little more information, so be sure to check that video out. Again, I think it's coming out next week. But until then, remember to like, share, subscribe. The subscribes and likes really help get the channel noticed. And then, comment down below, what's your favorite FunWhole set? And until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.